Welcome to day 42 of our course, where we focus on building a mini project to apply everything we have learned so far. In this session, we will dive into creating a small web application using either Flask or Django, two popular web frameworks in Python. Let's get started. Today's objective is to take the concepts we have covered in the previous days and put them into practice. By the end of this session, you will have built your own small web application using Flask or Django. This is a great opportunity to consolidate your knowledge of web frameworks and Python while learning how to deploy a fully functional web app. For your mini project, you have the choice of using either Flask or Django depending on your preference or prior experience. Some project ideas include a to-do list app, a personal blog, or even a simple note-taking app. Your goal is to build and deploy a working web application with basic functionality. Let's start with a Flask approach for those who want to work with Flask. First, you will need to install Flask using the command pip install Flask. The typical project structure includes folders for static files like CSS and images, templates for HTML files, and a Python file, usually called app.py, where we define our routes and logic. Now let's look at creating routes in Flask. A route defines the URL pattern that triggers a specific function in your app. For example, you can have a route for the home page, an about page, and even a route for adding tasks to your to-do list. Flask also uses Jinja templating to dynamically render HTML with data from Python. When handling user input, you will need to create forms. Use the request module in Flask to retrieve form data submitted by the user. You can store this data in a simple list or for persistence, a database like SQLite. Once your app is ready, you can run it locally with the command python app.py. If you want to take it in step further, you can deploy your app on platforms like Heroku or Python Anywhere. For those who prefer Django, the setup begins with installing Django using pip install Django. After installation, you will create your project and app using commands like Django admin, start start project, my Django app, and Python manage.py start app to do. Django follows the model view template architecture, which is more structured compared to Flask. Once your project is set up, you can define your models in Django. Models represent the data structure of your app, and Django automatically creates the necessary database tables for you. After creating models, you will run migrations to apply the changes to your database. Next, you will create views that handle the logic and render templates with data. Django also provides a built-in admin interface which allows you to manage your data easily. It's a great tool for administrators or developers to input and modify data without needing to build additional forms. Once you are ready, deploy your Django app on platforms like Heroku or DigitalOcean to make it accessible online. For the mini project, you will need to implement some basic features like CRUD operations, create, read, update, and delete. This will allow you to manage tasks or nodes effectively. You will also need a simple database for storing data, which can be done using SQLite. And remember to design your app to be responsive so it works seamlessly across devices. If you are looking to take your project to the next level, you can implement advanced features such as pagination for displaying large amount of data efficiently, user profiles to personalize the experience, or advanced styling with frameworks like Bootstrap to make your app look professional. Once you have built your app, it's time to review the code. Peer reviews are a great way to get feedback and improve your app's quality. Reflect on any challenges you faced during development and think about areas where you can improve, such as error handling, security, or the overall architecture of your app. When you are satisfied with your mini project, make sure to submit the code along with a brief description of your project. You can also include a video or a live link to your deployed app, which will give others a chance to interact with your project. By completing this mini project, you will have gained valuable experience in web development, including both building and deploying a web application. This is an important milestone in your journey as a developer, and I encourage you to continue exploring advanced web development topics such as APIs, security, and performance optimization. Now, let's open the floor for questions. If you have any doubts about the mini project or any aspect of your web development, feel free to ask. I am here to help clarify any concepts or guide you through any challenges you might be facing.